What's up, guys? It's episode 336. Welcome back to the show.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take sh- I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take sh- I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Hey, what's up? It's Jacqueline. Welcome back to the show. How's it going? How are you doing? Happy end of another month in 2023. It's April tomorrow. It's April Fool's tomorrow. It's baseball season. Baseball's back. Go Seattle Mariners. Go Padres. Those are my teams. Yeah, speaking of April Fools, I did not think of this. I did not think about this. I'm dating a literal joke machine, and I can only imagine what's going to happen to me tomorrow. Like, he mentioned it yesterday. He's like, it's April Fool's Saturday. And he's like, I'm going to fuck with you all day. And I just like, I'm looking forward to it because I know he's going to probably pull some stupid shit. I hope his team loses, actually. That's going to be I'm going to root for Florida Atlantic instead of the San Diego Aztecs or whatever the fuck the team is. What am I saying? Okay. Jeez, Jacqueline, like, get your head on straight. So right now, March Madness is wrapping up. That's another thing going on. We got Gwyneth. We got Nashville. We got Trump. We got like something happening with Trump in Waco. I don't know, Waco, Texas. I just watched a Waco documentary on Netflix. My brain is so scrambled by current events. I'm not talking about any of it today. So you came, if you're listening, if you're if you're wondering what this episode's going to be about, none of the above, none of the current events. I'm not going to deep dive into like why I don't think teachers should be armed. And I don't want to get into like gun control and all these topics that I've beaten to death before in the past. That's not what we're here to do today. To be completely honest, to be completely transparent, and maybe you can get on board with this. Maybe you get this. This is going to be a quick episode, okay? And here's why. My two passions are causing a tug of war in my brain today. Those two passions being podcasting and golf, right? This is how you know you found your passion, okay? It could be anything, right? And I talk about this a lot with podcasting. When I podcast, when I turn on the microphone, it feels like I'm flying. It feels like I'm literally flying. Like, it's the easiest thing I've ever done. It feels so, I have fun. It's the best time, right? So that's how I know podcasting is my passion. It's like never boring. I always look forward to it. And the same goes. The golf passion is the feeling or the thoughts I get about it. I'm not addressing the camera. Hi. I'm on video again. Please hit that subscribe button wherever you're listening right now. I'm on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, Stitcher, Breaker, Google Pod. I stutter a lot. That's a new thing. I need to talk to you guys about my stuttering. And not just on this show, like in real life, stuttering. It's a problem right now, like as of the last 6 months. Google Podcast, Stitcher, Breaker, wherever you listen to podcasts, please hit that subscribe button. And yeah, I'm on YouTube. I'm on Spotify video. So subscribe while you're there. Getting hot. Holy shit. But yeah, I think about golf all day long, and it gets to the point where if I haven't gone to the driving range after like 2 days, it's like I'm like a drug addict. Like all I think about, all I want to do that next day is golf. And so that's where I'm at. So I'm trying to get this in and then golf in the same like within a few hours. So hi, what am I saying? This is like, what is this podcast even? Speaking of being hot, hold on. I don't know what the weather's doing in California right now, but it's like muggy and humid in my apartment. I should probably turn the AC on. But I've never done this before. I'm fully nude from the waist down, guys. Like, I stripped right after I set my podcast studio up. I have these green sweatpants. Go on YouTube to look, or Spotify video to look. I was so hot and uncomfortable and itchy. I was like, fuck this. I took my pants off. So, yeah, why am I talking about that? Like, I don't know what to, like, where should I direct this episode? Trying to knock it out. I want to go golfing. Speaking of golf, I know what I'll start with. Okay, that's a strong word. I want to be more positive this week because last week, if you listen to my opinions episode, I bitched the entire time. Like, all I did was rant and bitch, and I was negative. And so yeah, today I want to be more positive. But something I fucking hate is women's golf fashion. It sucks. It's so frumpy. It's so matronly, and you have to have a collar, you have to have your skirt you can't be too short and shit. And like, Corey and I were eating tacos a couple nights ago. We were talking about women's golf fashion because it was on TV, and I was like, this is just so wrong. Like, these are young girls, like, cute, like, what's going on? They just look like because they dress like men out there with those like manly pants and the manly polos with I don't know. And he's like, what if you had a women's golf clothing brand, and it was a sports bra, but then you wear like a sleeve that matches it, like a cool, like just like one sleeve. And then I added to that, I'm like, what if there's like a cool collar thing attached to the sports bra? I don't know, like something more like cute and sexy and fun. And then you wear like your skirt, right? I don't know. I just want to see a change in women's golf fashion. And here's what I don't like. There's something that I if you're new to the show, I've been golfing. I've been learning to golf over the last year, and I'm talking about it more on the show. Like, I'm trying to like, I have some golf followers, golfer listeners. Oh my God, I hate this episode. I can't like Jesus Christ. Anyways, the other thing I don't like about women's golf clothes are when it's like all pink and frilly and girly, and it's like overly cutesy, and I don't know how to explain it. It's like pink skirt, flower print top, pink hat, and it's just like all girly and like ditzy like that. And I just like, I want to look sexy when I'm golfing. I like black and white, I like tight. I like a tight black sports bra tank top thing with like a tight skirt, and then like cool, maybe like a cool polka dot sock that's kind of like high up my leg with like cool like Nike shoes, and like I don't know, like a sexy hat. What am I saying? Like, I want to be like sleek and sexy out there. And it's just really hard to like strike that balance, because most of the women's golf fashion is just so fucking frumpy. I don't think you'll ever see me wear like a straight up like collared polo thing. Like, I want to wear, I think I'm into like the mock neck tops. Why am I talking about this? Like, do you guys want to know where I'm going in April? Like, I have all these trips coming up. By the way, the drinks today, I've got this Stanley water bottle with lemon, lime, ginger, and what's the other thing? Apple cider vinegar. Like, I'm doing that again. I'm like putting a little bit of that in my ice water, which is kind of nice. Prime. I got this at the store last night, and it's the ice pop flavor. And then the Alani Breezeberry energy drink. So I'm sweating so bad. My legs. Okay, this is not good. I'm sitting on my chair, and there's like a fuzzy, what's it called? Like a fuzzy rug that I draped over my chair to make it look cute. And that is straight up making me sweat so much. I'm going to roll it back. Okay. Again, go to YouTube or Spotify to watch this. I'm making TikTok clips of my podcast, so you can also check out my TikTok. It's Jacqueline Monroe. Just go follow me, subscribe. Please review the show. Like, the least you could do if you're listening right now, or like something that would help me out and help other listeners find the show or other people, is to review it. So wherever you're listening right now, if you go to the Jacqueline Monroe show on Spotify or Apple, let's just stick to those two. Click the review show button and go 1 through 5 stars, and then 5-star review it. love you. Thank you. Yeah. So in April, I'm going, some of this shit's up in the air. It's like, I might be going to Palm Springs next weekend. I think that's Easter weekend. Then I'm going to LA, and I haven't been up to LA in like over a year. I used to go up there all the time when I first moved to San Diego, and like I don't have a reason to go up there anymore, so I never do. But yeah, so I might be going up there twice, 2 separate weekends, and then San Francisco, and then Corey surprised me. He called me yesterday. I have a big surprise getaway for my for our 1 year anniversary, so that's coming up in May, and I won't tell you where we're going. Actually, I might keep that. Like, maybe that'll be a surprise for another episode. I don't know. It's a cool little trip. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing in April. Okay, we're about a half an hour into the show. I think this is going well. I did ask Instagram for some questions, or like, you know, like ask me a question. And speaking of my 1 year anniversary, my mom wanted to know. My mom commented or responded to my question sticker with, when are you getting married? So, I can't answer that right now. Honestly, I would say, like, straight up, probably in the next 2 years, maybe like 3, probably in the next 2 years. Like, realistically, kids definitely within the next 5. This is everything I've ever wanted to. Like, it's kind of creepy how my life is unfolding exactly how I like dreamed it up to be, you know? And I feel like I had to go through all my trials and tribulations of my, you know, in my earlier 20s. And now it's like, I'm like applying all the lessons I've learned, and all that. I have all these new tools in my toolbox, and I'm really flourishing. And, but I guess like the timeline as far as like marriage, kids, I'm like very, you know, like, I don't know, I'm excited for that next chapter, and I'm like so ready for it. And I feel like having dogs is making me, I don't know why, like I have 2 dogs, English bulldog and a golden retriever, Louie and Jimmy. And the way I take care of them, the way I like, ooh, gross, my upper lip's sweating. What was I saying? Like, my favorite thing is I work from home. So like throughout the day while I'm babysitting them, I'll go up to the little treat cabinet and I'll get the little, like, what are they? The little milk bone treats, or their little toothbrush treats, or I'll get a little thing of peanut butter out for them. And I love like having them come in. I say like, who wants a cookie? And then they come in, and I'm just like, I'm realizing the reason I'm saying this is I'm realizing that when I'm a mom someday, it's going to be very much like that with little kids, you know, like, I don't know, tending to them, giving them little things, cooking, cleaning, like picking up their shit. And like, I do that already with dogs. So, yeah, what was someone else had a question. How did you get into golf? Favorite golfer? How did I get into golf? It's kind of a long time coming story. Wow, I need to like address the camera. I'm out of practice. I used to video myself all the time, and I haven't done that in like 5 months. So, yeah, it's like a long time coming story, I guess, where growing up, I watched golf on TV with my parents. Like, we'd always have it on in the background while we took naps. And I developed a strange, like, so my whole life I'm like watching golf on TV. I knew that my grandpa was a great golfer. My dad, like, he golfed. I think we had like really old golf clubs in the garage all the time, but like I never touched them. Never played like high school golf, never got into golf. And then I developed this like weird OCD thing in college when I started working out, and that's when I started running on the treadmill regularly. And I had this, I don't know how to explain it, but the TVs at my gym the treadmills at my gym had a TV on them. And the only thing that I would run to was the golf channel. It was like watching the slow pace while I'm running kind of relaxed me. And I also had music in, obviously, like I was listening to music and then watching golf. And I literally did that for up until, I think when I moved to San Diego, the gyms here didn't have TVs. And then anyway, so then I like dated guys that played golf, and I was kind of around it. And then my last relationship, I was like always going golfing with my ex. And then I was like, well, I want to learn so we can play together. And then I started dating Corey, and then I kept learning. And then that's how I got into golf. Cause I feel like I've kind of always in the back of my head, always wanted to start. I always wanted to try it. And then I'm like, okay, well, it's now or never. So, yeah, I bought a full set was it March? I think it was like a year ago. And, like immediately started going to the range, played 9 holes, and then haven't stopped since. And then I finally got a coach this year. I've had like 6 lessons, and yeah, I have another lesson coming up. So yeah, that's kind of my golf story. I'm just so like, again, obsessed to the point where it's all I think about, all I want to do, all I watch on TV, all I follow on Instagram. Like, I think it's a healthy obsession, because the one thing about it for me is the way it puts me at ease and calms my mind, because I have to like focus on what I'm doing. And if it's like it's almost like going to yoga or like meditating, but it's like when I go to the driving range, it's like it's like me time. It's like almost like therapy. I don't know how to explain it. Cause you're quiet. You're like, or I listen to music there sometimes too, but anyways, I love it. What other questions? This is like a repeating question from the same person from my last Q&A. And I don't know if this is a spam account or like I think it's a fake account. He asked me this last time. It's favorite little black dress. Like, I'm not even gonna answer that. It's just like such a random question. So yeah, speaking of golf, I'm golfing this weekend again. I'm watching it's so hot in here. Holy shit. I know this episode's kind of like, I did it. I got it done for the week, and sorry. I feel like I'm complaining a lot. The clock's ticking. I have shit to do. What else am I going to do today? Golf. Probably I think we're having sushi tonight. Sushi night. My ass is sweating on this chair. It's so bad. And it's because I put lotion on. That's the curse. Oh my God. When you shave your legs, put lotion on, and then like sit down in shorts or a skirt, and you're like on a chair, it's just so sticky. Like, why did I choose to do this? Let me reapply my lip gloss. This is like, I don't know. What is this episode? Just hang in there. We're hanging out. Hope you had a great week. Do you play golf? Do you hate golf? Do you think it's boring to watch on TV? Some people think baseball is boring to watch on TV. I kind of agree with that one. Wait, this is fucking up. This is the Lawless Beauty Forget the Filter lip gloss from Sephora. Shout out Annie Lawless. She's a fellow San Diegan. And this is the best lip gloss I've ever used in my life. It's vegan, cruelty-free, non-toxic. So yeah. I'm having a lip gloss, or I'm in a lip gloss phase right now. So I pulled up, talked about upcoming trips, golf, fashion, baseball season happening, March Madness. I watched I've been into like true again with the stuttering. It's a problem. Like, I think, first of all, my phone just reflect with me right now. Just reflect with me. If you're a millennial and you like maybe graduated high school like me, I graduated in 2012. Just reflect on a time where things were more simple. I don't know how to explain it, where you're like, you didn't have a phone. You weren't like literally checking your phone all fucking day long. I'm sure if you're listening, I assume you relate to me in some way. I'm sure what I'm saying resonates in some way. Like, I don't know about you, but like, I'm literally like, from the time I wake up to the time I go to bed, it's like checking it, clicking this, clicking that, random apps. I like bounce around different apps all day. It's like, boom, like, and it's like, no wonder I have this like stutter No wonder I get, tongue tied when I talk to people sometimes because I'm like not present and I'm like scatterbrained because I just looked at my phone and then I look at a person. I'm like, oh my God, it's like real life versus my script, So, but yeah, it's like crazy to think about how the way I use my time now is so all about my fucking phone compared to like, in high school, I had like my little LG Voyager or my like LG, was it the chocolate or like the Razor, like those phones. And you get like a text from your crush and it was the best thing ever. Like you were just texting like fucking T9 Word. Do you remember T9 Word when you had to click the number to make the letters happen? Yeah, like it's been a journey like growing up with the internet and MySpace and Facebook and then social media and iPhones. And it's just like, I'm just on my phone so much now. It's like crazy. And I think it's causing some problems with my like ability to articulate myself, if that makes sense. Like, again, I feel kind of scattered sometimes. Like I was in CVS. I was picking up, speaking of makeup, I'll shout out this makeup product. I think I have more girls listening now, thank God. I think my ratio, it was literally for the first 2 years, it was like 80-20. It cut off. You guys, a little behind the scenes, Jacqueline Monroe show tech info for you right now. I use a Canon G7X to record myself, and it only records 20 minutes at a time. So every 20 minutes I have to stop and start it. So like, I think it cut off when I said that my first 2 years or my audience was 80% male, 20% female for the first 2 years. And now it's like 60-40. I don't know. So I'm shouting out this new e.l.f. Halo Glow liquid filter makeup thing I got at CVS yesterday. And what I'm saying about stuttering is that when I walked up to the lady to ask her a question because I needed help, that like awkward kid in class who, I don't know how to explain it. Like, what did I say? I was like, because I probably can't repeat the awkwardness. I was like, I'm looking for a powder that blots. Oh wait, I mean, I don't even know how it went, but like, yeah, I'm over it. I'm like, I need help. I talk on this podcast literally for hours on end, and I stutter here, obviously. Like I mess up here. I'm not perfect. But like I still have to work on becoming more articulate. And I look up to people, and I'm really like, I really admire people that are super well spoken and pause and think before they speak. It's always been my little what would you call that? Insecurity, I guess. I mean, it's not that bad, but I think I'm harder on myself than I need to be. But and I fuck with Corey. The thing is, I think I'm bringing this up because I can't believe we've been dating for almost a year. And sorry, I'm just thinking about this right now. When I say it has been nonstop laughter since I met him, like I can't tell you how fucking happy he makes me and just how much we laugh. And anyways, we fuck with each other all the time. So like, I'll purposely kind of stutter when I talk and explain something just so he says like he does this little thing where he tells me to get it out. It's like, it's a little inside thing with us. Like, I'm not going to explain it, but moving on. Still have my ass is still, it's so sweaty. I did pull up the random question generator. Maybe we'll do a few of these to close out the show. I guess this is kind of like a hi, I'm checking in. This is the episode for the week. Enjoy. Goodbye. I'm going to go golfing. Because this is it's called the randomwordgenerator.com, and also has a random question tab. So I do this here and there to give me, because it helps give me ideas and about different topics to talk about. And let's generate a random question and fucking do this. At what age did you think you become an adult, and when did you actually think you did? I still don't feel like an adult, straight up. Like I know I am. I know I'm almost 30. I feel like I mentioned marriage earlier and kids, and that I still feel like I don't that it's like it's such a mind fuck, because I'm like, I don't feel I want it, right? But I'm like, it's kind of like daunting, like, oh my God, like I feel like I'll really feel like an adult when I raise my first kid. Marriage, yeah, and those next chapters. Like right now I still feel like I'm having fun, I'm young, I'm still like, you know, living my life and doing my thing. And I think kids and marriage kind of make you feel more like an adult. I think, do I have to like grow up fast? What's that phrase? Like, oh shoot, grew up fast. Like, I mean, I went through some hard knocks growing up and stuff, but like I still felt like a kid. Maybe when I went to college, graduated, and moved out to California, I started feeling more like an adult, you know? Oh, weird. I'm getting a call from Mount Vernon, Washington. It's probably like my old dentist or something looking for, I don't know. You know, you haven't gotten your teeth clean here in 10 years. Come back. This Prime Ice Pop flavor is pretty good. I'm so into, like, I think the Prime, Logan Paul and KSI's Prime. Did KSI get, what's that thing with KSI? Like, did he, never mind. I don't really know the ins and outs of what's going on, but I just think it's so cool how they've kind of like taken over with this Prime drink. Because it's literally everywhere. I saw these kids, there's like an elementary school around here. These kids straight up had a Prime for sale stand. They were selling it like lemonade. And I'm like, I hope they took pictures and like sent that, or like tagged Prime on Instagram, and like, because it was so cool. I'm like, this is like a thing. I don't know. I think it's like Kim Kardashian just posted a picture, and her son, I think they were at like a soccer game, and her son had like a Prime bottle in the picture. And so yeah, I'm into it. It's very good. I don't like the energy drink that much, but I like the regular, like the hydration Gatorade, better than Gatorade version. Moving on, next question. What's your story about breaking the law? It's kind of a fun story. In high school, my high school basketball team, it's like such a like a such a stupid story, but like back in my hometown, there's this hill, Burlington, Washington. If you're familiar, there's a hill in Burlington, and there's a big B on it, like the letter B, I think, yeah, is painted in like the rocks are painted white, so it looks like a B, and they're all in the B format. Okay, a B formation, guys. Some days are rough. Like I'm having a tough time getting through this one today, just FYI. Also, maybe it's because I ran, not to flex on all you lazy ass sitting on the couch motherfuckers who don't work out, but like I fucking ran 6 miles this morning, and I'm tanked. Okay. Speaking of Logan Paul, favorite quote Logan Paul ever said was, "Fitness is the first step to greatness." I think he said that on Impulsive like 2 years ago, and I still remember it. Fitness is the first step to greatness. He like annoys me, and then like I'm like, he inspires me, he pisses me off, he makes me mad. It's just like he's very polarizing like that for me, because I'm like, because he kind of seems like an ass in a lot of ways. Like means well, but comes across like an ass. And I still think about that one episode recently, I think it was like earlier this year, with George, and him like shutting George down about like his religion and telling him to go to therapy because he has like low emotional intelligence or some shit. I'm like, that episode really pissed me off. Yeah, anyways, so Burlington, the B, so my high school basketball team, the seniors, all of us seniors like had a slumber party, and we went onto that hill and bought spray paint at Walmart, and like attempted to spray paint the B and turn it into an M. It's like a thing. I think my mom did that when she went to Mount Vernon High School. Like, it's like a dumb thing. But I remember the cops showed up because someone's house that lived around there had like a security camera or motion detector or something, and it like sensed us or fucking censored us. Oh my God. Again, struggling. And the cops showed up, and I remember we were all piled into my friends. I think it was like a Suburban, like literally like 13 of us. And one of my friends was like freaking out, like, oh my God, I'm going to jail. And it's like, I think he let us go. We had to like hide the spray paint. It's not like nothing bad happened. Like, it was like, what would that be? Vandalism, trespassing. When else have I broken the law? I stole something from Kmart once. Oh my God. Did I have a klepto phase? Is that what that's called? I think I stole, like, Nicki Minaj came out with a collection with Kmart. I don't know what fucking year this was. And I think I took like a ring or something. I don't know, something small, like a trinket. Maybe I like tried a ring on and I like walked out of the store with it. Okay, sue me. I don't know. Do people talk about their like stealing stuff publicly on their podcast, and are they like cool, or are they not behind bars right now? Like, why does that feel so illegal to say out loud? That might have been like, what, 2010? I don't fucking know. Next question. 12 minutes and then I'm getting out of here. This is like, I'm fucking here, but I'm wasting your time. I'm just going on about nonsense. What are some things you don't understand about the opposite sex? Where do I start? I just think it's very off-putting how not all men, but some men can just blast through. That sounds like that just sounds wrong. Like, they can just hook up with girls like all the time. Every other day it's like someone new or whatever. It's like a nonstop thing, and they're just like mentally fine, or like they're not. It's just like they're wired to like spread their seed, right? And they just like I don't know how to explain it. Like, they just talk to like 5 girls at once, hook up with like 3 different girls in a week, like move on to the next week, and there's like someone new, and it's just like it's very like, it's just like this, they're on like a sexcapade all the time. I don't know how to explain it, but like it just feels like, I just don't understand how they can do that and not be like mentally fucked up, because some guys are just, that's just like how they live their lives. And like single bachelors, you know, because I'm very much like a one person at a time type of girl. Like, I always liked the idea of like dating multiple people and like, you know, not getting into like a serious relationship, and like, and I kind of did that. Like, I'd say I'll go on like single dates. Like before I met Corey, and like when I was single for literally 2 weeks before I met him. Okay, I was in a 1-year relationship with my ex, broke up. 2 weeks later, I meet Corey, and now it's been almost a year with Corey. And in between those 2 weeks, what I did is I went on like 6 or 7 dates. It was very like, I was like on a dating spree. Yeah, but what am I saying? Like, I'll go on like a date with a guy, and then like if he's not, you know, then I'll maybe go on another date with him. But if I'm not into it, but if I'm into someone, it's like I'm gonna date them. Like, I'm gonna go all in. Like, I'm gonna see this through. Like, I'm not just gonna, I don't know how to explain it. That's what happened when I met Corey. I'm like, oh, well, he told me, he's like, you're done. This is the end of the line. My favorite thing he ever did, he goes, like, maybe a month into dating, he's like, that's it, you're done, no more, Jacqueline, get up, you're no more Hinge, no more Tinder, no, you're done, this is it, this is the end of the line, no more. Like, he basically canceled my dating and my single life forever. He's like, this is it. You're mine. This is, we're signed, sealed, and delivered here. Just the way he said it was so fucking funny. That's it. Like, I've never had a guy say that. It was like trying to lock it down. Like, anyways, yeah, back to the question though. The one thing I don't get about the opposite sex is how they're wired sexually, and how, like, I just feel like sex is so sacred, and like hooking up with people like all the time, and just like random people all the time is so like, I don't know. Like, I just don't like it's just not for me. But like with guys, it's so, guys are just like, that's not it doesn't fuck them up. Like, I think it fucks women up, and women that think it doesn't, I feel like at some point our wiring we're not designed, you know, to have like, you know, casual sex like that. But because whenever I talk to guys about hooking up with girls and like their past and stuff, it's just like, so like, oh my God, like, how did you, like, are you okay? Like, do you need therapy? Like, I could not fucking do that. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm a prude. I don't fucking know. If you could change the length of each day to make it perfect for you, how many hours would it be? This is a fun question. If I could change the length of each day to make it perfect for you, how many hours would it be? Time is such an illusion. Like, I know we have 24 hours and the sun comes up and the sun goes down, and, you know, we sleep like 7 or 8 hours every night, and we work like 8 hours a day. And then there's like those down times in the morning where you're not working, you're kind of like chilling, and then that's like the post-work chilling time. Here's the thing. I have enough hours in the day. Okay, I like the 24-hour timeline. There's just a couple tweaks I would make. Of like how I use that time. I definitely, you know, obviously the dream is to be a full-time podcast host. I'd like to be able to wake up, work on my content, create content, you know, eat, sleep, repeat, like my podcast shit. So I like the 24 hours. I think to be able to do this literally like as a 9 to 5, like that'd be great. But so the reason I'm saying this is because doing my job and this at the same time is like a lot. And then it's like to also now start my new golfing hobby on top of it. It's just like I'm packing in a lot lately, so I feel like there's like not enough hours in the day. But I'm getting I'm getting better at using my time, or more efficiently, or I'm like doing things more efficiently now to maximize the time I have. So yeah. Next question. What's something that you find difficult but you think in your mind it should be easy? Golf. Like, that's a good one. Something that you find difficult but you think in your mind should be easy. Yeah, like putting. Putting's kind of hard though. Like, I think it's easy. I think it's, yeah, I don't know. Like anything golf related. Some people make it look so effortless. Like Nelly Cordes swing, you're like, holy fuck. Or like Rory, or like, whose swing do I really like lately on the tour? Max Homa. His swing's fucking money. Yeah, so anything golf related, that's the answer to that. Is this fun? I don't fucking know what I'm doing right now. I'm podcasting. Hi, you're listening. Hi, welcome back to the show. We're doing another podcast, episode 336. Kind of a wash. Hey, it's all about just being honest, right? Being real. What's something commonly done today that you think people wonder why anyone would ever do that 50 years from now? Taking selfies, maybe? Like, yeah, maybe selfies, or like posting selfies. Like, why would we? Oh, like all the TikTok dancey videos, like in 50 years, it's going to be so, like, back in the old days, they used to dance in front of the phone and shake their ass. And that's another wild thing that, like, in my lifetime, I'm seeing this, like, evolution, right? Of like what people pay attention to and focus on, and what rises to the top of the social media algorithms. And it's just like wild how like tits and ass is just like fucking pushed. It's like, that's what, I mean, sex sells. Like, it gets people looking, it gets people paying attention, right? But like, sometimes I'm like, what are we doing as a species? Like, what is this fucking dumbass like content that I'm seeing? You know, it's, you know, I guess a celebration of the beautiful bodies of this world. Like, that's what people are. I mean, you know, I'm not like, I'll post that kind of shit sometimes. Like, it's not like it's like I'm a participant in some tits and ass content here and there. It's just funny. It's like, why are we doing this? Like, sometimes I'm like, what am I doing? Like, what? Do you ever get like cringed out by your own content? Like, sometimes Instagram, I'm so like, I'm like having fun with it. I'm vibing. I'm like posting whatever. I'm just like doing my thing. And then sometimes I look back, I'm like, what the fuck was that? You know? It's weird how that, like, your brain goes in waves. Are you currently going through any types of phases? My stutter phase, I'm going through stuttering, golfing, running. I'm definitely running a lot lately. What's my food hyperfixation? You know how people are like, oh, this is my hyperfixation meal. What's my hyperfixation meal right now? Oh, I'm going through a green smoothie phase. A lip gloss phase. Yeah, like, that's, I feel so boring, guys. I'm really sorry. Do you want to know what's in my green smoothie? I just started. So last week, Corey and I started drinking green smoothies after our workouts. Cause like I used to do that and I always felt great. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to start doing these green smoothies again. And I just bought at the grocery store yesterday, dandelion greens. And I remember back when I was vegan in college, I literally would find dandelion patches like around campus and pick because the dandelion greens are when you look at the yellow flowers, there's like stems kind of coming out from around them. Those are the edible dandelion greens. Anyways, I would literally pick those and then like take them back home, wash them. And like sometimes they'd be like by the side of the road. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking, like picking these. And I would, wash them and then put them in smoothies or like juice them. And because they're really like good. You know let me just look that up because I'm actually curious. Anyways, what I'm saying is I bought these at the grocery store yesterday and I put them in our smoothie this morning. Dandelion green benefits. I think it's good, like liver detoxing. I don't know. It's so dumb how like the internet is so like everything about like health and nutrition and fitness is so contradictory. Like you hear one thing and then you hear another thing that's complete opposite. And it's like my whole advice is to do whatever works for you and like ride that wave. Cause like everybody's different. Everyone responds to stuff differently and like foods. And I just cannot believe that in my life I'm seeing people post about how like fresh like greens, like lettuce, kale, dandelion, whatever is like bad for you or like bad to digest or like fucking up your gut. And like, I'm like, I feel great when I eat greens, like raw food, like raw greens. I cook my vegetables. Like I cook my broccoli really well. Like I'll steam my spinach sometimes. Like I know that's better for like absorption. I don't fucking know. Some people think spinach is like the devil. Anyways, I just like packing in greens in my diet. I think it's like, you know, what would Gwyneth Paltrow do? I'm sure she's I didn't talk about that, but what a fucking ridiculous thing going on with her and getting sued or whatever for the skiing incident. Who's suing who? He's suing her. Yeah, I think. Dandelion greens are credited with a wide range of health benefits: controlled blood sugar, diuretic effects, lower blood pressure, lower inflammation, antioxidants. Yeah, they're just like good. I don't know, just something different to put in your smoothie. Next question. Then I need to wrap it, honestly. No caller ID calling me. I'm having random calls today. Probably a collection agency. Kidding. Actually, do they? It's always like a random number. I got sent to collections once for something that wasn't my fault. I forget what it was, but it was like a while ago. And I think something had my name on it that wasn't supposed to, and so I don't know how it works. Sometimes I'm like, anyways. But the phone number was always from like random places, and it was always like a different city in Washington calling. So I think they do that so that you pick up the phone, because if it's always from the same city, you always know it's going to be, and like they won't fucking stop calling you until it's taken care of. But like it wasn't my responsibility. Anyways, what was that for? Like college? Something in college? Next question. What's something uncomfortable you feel everyone should experience at least once in their life? Getting sent to collection. Something uncomfortable you feel everyone should experience at least once in their life. Next question. What would you be really good at if it wasn't... My mom listens to this. She's not gonna like that. And my grandma. What would you be really good at if it wasn't for one thing? My head is so in the gutter right now. What would you be good at if it wasn't for one thing? OnlyFans. If it wasn't for my fucking conscience and my what else would it be? Dignity, or like there's such a mixed bag of opinions around like sex work, OnlyFans, nude content, posting your naked body online. Like there's such a there's so many mixed opinions. I'm like, I think people they just justify it to themselves, and they're kind of like, they know it's like not great, but they're like, well, the fucking money, and it's just like a tug of war, and they're like going back and forth, and they outweigh, well, fuck it, I'm young and I'll never look this hot again, so I might as well make some money right now off my tits, and but yeah, if it wasn't for like that one thing, like my just like my I just think that's so like for me, not for anyone else, and like my boyfriend, like I don't know, like my naked ass body, like OnlyFans, like I think I'd do great, but like it's just like that hurdle, I'll never jump over it, you know what I mean? Like I'll never cross it. I could stand up right now, I'm naked from the waist down, it could be all over. That's how easy it is. The thing is, it's so like right there. It's like that fresh, ripe apple hanging on the tree. It's ready to pick at any moment. It's available at any moment to do. At any moment, I could take my top off, take a pic, and post it on OnlyFans. But you know what? Not going to do it. It's just something I've already mentally decided. Like, because people ask, or like, I don't think I'll ever cross that. It's just not for me. It's just not me. I get why people do it. It's just not me. What about you? Do you seem to get the most comments about these questions? God, I need to golf. I need to change. I need to put, what am I going to wear? It's fucking muggy out. Speaking of golf fashion, I think I'll do pants and a t-shirt or something. What about you do you seem to get the most comments about? My award-winning personality and my comedic sauce, my charm, my vibe, my positivity. I don't know. What do I get most comments about? Lately, like, oh, nice swing. Like, you have a nice golf swing. It's like coming together. Good job. You're really making progress. Like, it's crazy to look back at my first swing to now. Like, fuck. Comments. I don't know. What do I want people to comment on when they, like, if I post something or, like, it's not like why I do it. The only, like, I posted something last night. It was like a repost. It's so true. Like, I fucking do. Everything is for me. Like, it's like for me and it's for you, right? It's this dance between, and I don't know if everyone who posts like selfies and pictures of themselves and content of themselves is mentally ill. Like, I don't know if that's what all this is, like social media, content creation, being an influencer. Like, I think there's an element of that. And I think there's in all of us, like, I definitely am, you know, I've obvious like narcissistic qualities and tendencies and self-obsessed tendencies. And, you know, I like looking good and feeling good. And I, you know, post pictures and shit. So it's like, for me, like, I like to see myself in a positive light on my Instagram or my TikTok or whatever. Like, when I make these podcasts and I'm, you know, making people laugh or think or whatever, it makes me feel good about myself to like post that. I'm not sure what that's called. Like, when it's like affirming, like, doing good, I look good, I'm healthy, I'm cute, I'm having a good time, my life's good, you know. It's like, it's just fun. Like, it's kind of my little playground. The internet's my little playground. I'm a little content creator of a podcast. I like to post, like, you know, here's me working out, or here's me hitting a golf ball, or here's a selfie, whatever. And then on the other end, the receiving end of that is like, you're listening, you're looking at my Instagram story, you're watching my TikToks, you're clicking on my shit, and you're seeing me and you're perceiving me. The thing I posted is, oh yeah, it's please do not it's like a meme. It's like, please do not disturb me. I am stalking my own social media profiles to see how I would be perceived by a stranger again. And that's like what everyone's fucking doing. Like, no one's just wilding out, like, posting without a thought of, like, what will this come across like a little, like, you think about it. Like, even if you're like, you like it, so you're posting it, right? But, like, part of you is like, what will people, like, what, does this make me look like a douche? Does this make me like, or like, I mean, I can't tell you, like, again, if you're listening, I'm sure you relate to me. Like, how many fucking times, like, when I post a story, I'm watching that shit like 10 times a day. Like, I'm watching my own story. I'm looking on my own profile. It's just like what is that fucking psychology? Like, I like myself. Is it because it's like, oh, I'm obsessed with myself? Maybe. Fuck, I don't know. It's like, in my experience though, when things are firing on all cylinders, when I'm looking good, when I'm posting regularly, when I'm living my life, doing fun shit, creating content around it, like posting a picture of my dog, going on a trip, taking a video, fucking making a vlog of TikTok, talking to Corey and making a funny clip of something. I don't know. Like, I feel like it's like fucking great, you know? I don't want to like make that seem like it's a problem or a negative thing. Like, documenting your life, being an Instagram or being a content creator, it's kind of like a double-edged sword though, because I feel like it definitely dulls your life experience a little bit. Like, when you're having the experience, when you're doing the thing, and then you're like, I think I'm just so used to it now. I used to overanalyze that. Like, oh, every time I pause to take a picture of something and post it, it's like this hiccup in my day and I'm not really fully present, and it's like messing with my you know, it's like brain, I don't know. But now I'm just like, well, it is what it is. Like, this is what I do and it's fun. I'm happy. I'm not, I think the only thing that's a problem right now is I have a slight stutter from checking my phone all day. Like, okay, I'm like literally like nothing. I don't think I'm like, I have like a problem or whatever. What was this question? What about you do? Speaking of stutter, what about you do you seem to get the most comments about? Was this an AI generated question? Like, did they write this? Like, this is a little clunky. If you were to devote your life to art, what type of art would that be? Podcasting. Next question. What is the last dream you can remember about? Literally having a baby. I'm like getting to that point where I'm like giddy about like having my own baby and like being pregnant and like pushing a fucking stroller and like going around and like doing stuff with a kid and like, yeah, it's just like crazy ass time in my life. I don't know how to explain it. If you listen from the beginning to now, it's just fucking crazy. Like, life gets better, things will get better. If you're listening right now and things aren't going well, like, take it from me, just keep pushing. Okay, I don't like, just make smart choices, you know. I think I've made a lot of smart choices and that's how I ended up where I am today. Don't be lazy, go on a run, eat healthy, put dandelion greens in your smoothie. How would you describe your sense of humor? Can you give an example? What is my humor? I think it's like, I don't know. What is my humor? I should know what it is at this point. Is it dry? Is it sarcastic? Is it dark? It's kind of like I'm an old curmudgeon old man, like bitching and whining about stuff. Like, I feel like I bitch a lot. What is that kind of humor? It's not even like humor. It's just like a vibe. Like, I kind of like, if you listen to the last episode, I'm kind of I don't know. Like, I just get, and maybe it's like dark humor. This is the addiction. Like, I want to golf right now. I should be changing into my outfit. I should be driving there now. But instead I'm like obsessed with like talking on this microphone and doing this podcast, and I'm still recording 18 minutes past the time I wanted to stop. What's your most I'm answering all these questions. I'll do one more. Promise. What's your most recent experience of going down the rabbit hole? Well, I watched the Waco documentary on Netflix about the Waco, Texas. What was that plot called? They like caught fire and like 90 some people died and got burned alive, and they like raided it. What was the name of the? Yeah, I watched that documentary. It's not really going down a rabbit hole. I watched this one last night called Julia. What's her last name? She's like a murderer. She cut her boyfriend up in the shower. Julia, murder, boyfriend. Julia Enright? No, that's not it. Not her. Netflix. I've been into all these like murder shows. Wait, in images, it's not her. What's her name? Julia? It's like not showing up. Girlfriend murdered boyfriend in shower. She's like this really pretty girl who, oh yeah, this was like back in 2008. Murder of Travis Alexander. Ex-girlfriend Jody, it wasn't Julia. It's so funny. My sister's name is Julia. My mom's name is Jody. That's really funny. Jody Arias murdered her boyfriend Travis Alexander. Like shot him, cut him up, slit his throat, almost decapitated him. she claimed self-defense. And yeah, so I watched that last night. And the night before, I watched the Menendez brothers documentary. Two brothers from Beverly Hills that literally walked into their living room and with shotguns and blasted their parents and shot them up and killed them. Like regular, like all American boys, like nothing, you know, it was so wild. Like and now the other one I need to watch, like this is crazy. Something that you need to know about me is that I like the OJ Simpson trial. Like I don't know anything about it other than I know he was found not guilty, and I know that everyone thinks he is, and I know there was like a Bronco chase, a very low speed Bronco chase, and I know that the Kardashian dad was his lawyer. Like, you know, like I know like little details, but I've never watched a documentary on it. So I think this weekend I'm gonna watch an OJ Simpson documentary. I think there's one that like won a bunch of awards. So those are like the rabbit holes. I'm into like true crime, murder mysteries, like murder documentaries. Speaking of a rabbit hole, Joe Rogan posted this yesterday. It's crazy. I think he commented like something about going down there, or the caption was about going down the rabbit hole. He said, "Fuck sleep, it's rabbit hole time." Yeah, he posted this. Scientists discover massive ocean beneath Earth. Ocean in quotes. Like it's not like I don't know what it is actually. Scientists discover massive ocean. This is like the most unprofessional, clunky podcast ever, but you know what? Moving on. I don't know where it cut off, but my 20-minute timer camera. I should probably get an up. I think Canon makes a G7X there's like a newer version that like you can record longer, or there's like a way to do it. I don't know. It's not like a setting. Like it's just, I think the memory card doesn't go I don't know. Fuck. Anyways, Joe Rogan posted, speaking of the rabbit hole question, scientists discover massive ocean beneath Earth's surface, bigger than all the seas above land. Article says, did you know that there's an absolutely massive supply of water hidden underneath the Earth's crust that's 3 times bigger than the oceans that sit on the surface? It's under Earth's crust. So that's crazy. I actually kind of want to, like, this could be a fun rabbit hole we could go down together instead of me hitting balls right now. But yeah, ocean under Earth's crust, question mark. It feels like there have been staggering science stories emerging every other day recently, all of which have blown our tiny little minds. First, there was a discovery of a terrifying black hole pointing right at us. Then there was a huge hole found in the sun, and a missing continent found after going missing for 375 years. Haven't heard of that one. Jesus Christ, this is crazy. No, now people are only just realizing that there's a massive ocean hidden under Earth's crust. Turns out there's a huge supply of water 400 miles underground, stored in a rock known as ringwoodite. What? Scientists previously discovered that water is stored inside mantle rock in a sponge-like state, which isn't a liquid, solid, or a gas, but instead a fourth state. What? The scientific paper titled "Dehydration Melting at the Top of the Lower Mantle" was published in 2014 and laid out the findings. The ringwoodite is like a sponge soaking up water. There's something very special about the crystal structure of ringwoodite that allows it to attract hydrogen and trap water, said geophysicist Steve Jacobson at the time. This mineral can contain a lot of water under conditions of the deep mantle, added Jacobson, who was part of the team behind the discovery. He added, I think we are finally seeing evidence of a whole Earth water cycle, which may help explain the vast amount of liquid water on the surface of our habitable planet. Scientists have been looking for this missing deep water for decades. Scientists made the findings at the time after studying earthquakes and discovering that seismometers were picking up shockwaves under the Earth's surface. From that, they were able to establish that their water was being held in a rock known as ringwoodite. Okay, cool. So it's like a spongy rock thing that holds water, but it's like fourth state. What they say? It's not a solid, not a liquid, not a gas, but it's it's a fourth state. I don't know what that means. Well, that's cool. All right, I got to wrap this up. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being here. Happy new month. April tomorrow. Happy baseball season. March Madness is wrapping up. I'm actually excited to watch that tomorrow. I think the game's at like 3. San Diego State versus Florida Atlantic. I think we're favored to win. And then if UConn beats Miami, or no, if Miami beats UConn, we're favored to win the national championship on, I think that's Monday. I think both of the games, the Final 4 games are tomorrow. And then Monday's the final championship game. So anything can happen in March Madness. I feel like it always comes down to like a random school or like they always trickle in there somehow. Yeah, so I'm literally only paying attention because Corey went to San Diego State. So like he cares about his team and I care because like it's fun because it's San Diego and I'm living in San Diego and yeah. So yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to golf. I'm going to probably have sushi tonight. I'm hitting a wall. I like running, right? Like I like to run now. Been doing it since like beginning of February. I do Monday, Wednesday, Friday runs, Tuesday, Thursday, heavy lifts like glutes. I've been doing more back, upper body stuff. Heavy lifts Tuesday, Thursday, and then sometimes Saturday or Sunday I'll do like another leg day. But like running early in the morning and then like working and podcasting and like doing all the things throughout the day, like sometimes I hit a wall. I think it's because I'm like, it's always down to like, am I fueling properly? I feel like I'm not. It's like always an issue. Had like a smoothie, had a fucking bowl of ground turkey and like broccoli leftovers from dinner last night. All we do, literally, Corey and I are going to turn into turkeys. Like all we fucking do is eat ground turkey. This is a ground turkey household. And like, so before I met him, I always thought like the way I make my dinners and how I put my like meats and veggies in a bowl looks disgusting and like very like mishmash and like not very, it doesn't look very presentable and like pleasant because it's just like literally ground meat and like vegetables and like kimchi on the side and like random little things I put in. I always make like dinner bowls, like healthy bowls. And he eats the same shit and he's like into it. He's like making ground turkey. He's like, I love this. I always do this. I'm like, thank God. Because I don't know why that's like a dumb thing to be embarrassed by. But like sometimes when I would like be at my old apartment, like when I used to live there by myself and like eat my dinners, I'm like, if someone saw this right now, they'd be like, ugh. And then I put like my sauces on it and my like sprinkle of like cilantro. I don't know. I do all this like topping shit. Anyways, I feel like I'm hitting a wall. I need to go golfing. Probably gonna have a third Alani energy drink for the day. Kidding. That's why I'm all fucked up. It's like broken record of the show. This is the all-time broken record. This is the all-time I've beat the horse to death. This is like what's it called? I glorify this problem I have. It's my personality trait. It's like, once again, over caffeinated, under eating, or like too much caffeine, not enough sleep, it's just like the cycle never fucking ends. And it's like, I'm doing okay. Podcasted, got my work done, worked out, fed the dogs. Can't believe I'm still doing it. It's like weird I'm still doing this, but I'm still doing it. And I love it. And thanks for being here. Please hit that subscribe button wherever you're listening. I'm on Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, Breaker, Google Podcasts, wherever you listen to podcasts. Hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. This is a video podcast. This is also a video podcast on Spotify. You can watch right on the Spotify app if you want to. And review the show while you're there. 5 stars. Full honesty, like, you know it too. We're in this together. You're listening. I'm talking. I know how this went. Probably like a good lukewarm 3.2 episode. But I'd appreciate a 5-star if you wouldn't mind. Review the show. Means a lot if you do that. So thank you. I hope you have a great weekend. I hope the teams you're rooting for are winning. I hope they're holding a trophy on Monday night. I hope the team you want is holding that NCAA national championship trophy. Yeah. I want to send out my positivity, my love, my joy, my good vibes. I hope you're having a good time this year so far. And I don't know how to end it. Love you. Thanks for being here, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye.